Coach, obviously, it's a little cold out here. Does that bring you back to your roots? And how do you think the team kind of feels about that?
It was the best. Ashford had on a hand warmer as we came out here, and I was like, guys, it's 39 degrees. This is beautiful, right? So this is right back at home. Little frost. I told the guys, this is frost on the ground. It's okay. Don't be scared. So it's good. We had a great day.
I know we've kind of talked about the defense being a little bit ahead of the offense, but today it felt like the offense had a little bit of more juice, especially 7v7. Do you think they're starting to come together?
Yeah, the best teams are punch, counter punch, right? Even within a practice, right? I thought the offense started fast, went out there and got a couple first downs. Then we introduced red zone period today. And that's where we're finally getting into the next layers of our offense. Some more motion, more shift. Some of our big body wide receivers really showed up in that red area. Dom DeLuca was phenomenal. We took care of the ball. So I thought a positive day from the offense.
On the defense, I saw Langston Hardy looks like he had a really good day. What did you see in him out of the portal, and what did you see in him during?
Langston's been one of those guys that has been phenomenal, really through the first 5 practices. Very hard to block. The way he attacks every day, though, is just really impressive just to watch. So just love what he's done. Obviously the Hardy boys are here. They're reckless on the edge, and that's exactly where you want them. So both of them had a really positive start to spring ball.
On that red zone, I know red zone's hard on the defense.
Yep.
There's so much leverage they don't have out there. How do you think they fared in sort of that short? And what's the next step for them?
Well, I think in the scripted stuff, I thought we just lacked a little bit of execution. And then we got to the fourth quarter finish when the siren's going off, and it was on call it. You could see that energy, right? Everything happens a little faster in the red zone. We are a bend but don't break style of defense, right? We'll pick and choose our spots to attack, but if you can be really great in a red area, it's amazing how good you can be defensively, and it just makes you feel better going home at night. So it was good to see him finish practice the right way.
You talk about finishing the right way. Is that kind of how you want to attack camp? You can't have the juice every single day. You want to, but it's a long camp. Is that kind of what you see, the rest of the camp? It's like, hey, look, I know you're tired, but keep going.
See, you use that word. We don't use that T word you just used. Okay, it's called toughness, and it's strain. The finish we talk about with our guys, you got to put an exclamation point on every finish. Okay, the mentality of the man shows up on that camera, right? So we're building that. And guys, like I said on day one, they have so much more. And what I love about spring ball, it's practice, day break. Practice, day break. So come out here and you should leave the field beneficially drained every day. And I think our guys are, for the most part, doing that. We're doing a really good job keeping each other up and healthy, but the competition level is ramping up.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, go Deeks.
George, you got the pads on today. How does it feel when you guys are just kind of going at it instead of just in the uppers or anything like that?
I mean, it's a different game. It's definitely a lot more physical. You can definitely get a little bit more excited about it as an offensive lineman. When you've just got the soft shells on, you can't really go as hard as you want. So once we start going full live and getting the shoulder pads on, it's just it's go time.
With the older guys, it's a little bit easier to assume they're going to come back because they've been here, they know things. You're a younger one. What kept you here throughout the transition between Clausen and Dickert?
Honestly, Wake Forest took a chance on me coming out of high school, and I've grown to love the community that surrounds Wake Forest football, and this is where I want to make myself known, is at Wake Forest, because of that history that I have with them, because of the community that surrounds the football program.
Dickert talks about how you guys don't use the T word, tired. There's so much juice happening every day. How do you specifically keep yourself up day in and day out to be your best self out there?
A lot of times it's just straining through it. It's not really a fake it till you make it thing, because you can't ever fake it. You just got to go. Tired can be a mindset, and when you start getting down on yourself is when you start feeling it a whole lot more. So it's really just a mindset of I got to focus on the here and now.
Good, how are you?
Good.
You're not used to this kind of weather. How's it feel out there?
It was a little cold this morning, but it got nice towards the end of practice.
You're someone I know that when it's thud, not full contact, you don't shine, but it's not your style. You like to lay shoulder to somebody, but I guess how do you adjust to that kind of style when you're trying to make sure you're getting everything down pat?
It's a part of practice, and the first couple practices, pad level is always an issue, and we've been working on that on individual stuff, but I'm ready to go live. I'm excited for it.
You've got a lot of juice, and so does kind of everyone. Is that just thing of the new staff? I mean, everyone just kind of has this excitement around them.
Yeah, that's the new standard now. That is the Wake Forest standard to have juice.
So, I mean, Dickert talked to me earlier. He was saying that you guys don't use tired. You guys don't use the T word. You know, how do you keep yourself up, 24/7?
Keep it out of your mind. It's a mindset thing. Whenever you're tired, you're not tired. That's the way we're thinking about things now. So I love it. Makes you relentless and keep getting after it.
I guess the last thing for you had an opportunity to go anywhere else you wanted to do after the transition. Why did you stay here?
I love Wake Forest. I met with Coach Dickert the first day he was our new head coach, and I love the guy's energy. I was excited to be around him, and he's had something that you want to be a part of.